Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Thoughts on Education. Today we have with us Mr. Kanhaiya Agarwal, who is the training and placement head for the Sigma Institute of Engineering. Hi sir, good morning and welcome to this episode of ours and thank you for joining us. Sir, we will start off with an introduction of yourself.
Yeah. Good morning, Tejas. And myself, Kanhaiya Agarwal, and I'm looking after the training and placement department for the Sigma Group of Institute. There are around 12 colleges under me, which I'm looking after, like medical, diploma, degree, engineering, pharmacy. So there are many MBA colleges are also there. We're looking after training part also as well as placement part also. So since last 1.5 years, I'm looking after this college and this department for training and placements. By profession, I'm a cybersecurity and a forensic expert. So I've done my MTech in communication engineering, and with 7 international certifications, I'm there in cybersecurity, forensics, CCNA, CCNP, okay, and plus. So I'm looking this security part also in my career. So currently in Sigma, my main job is to do trainings, to look after training part as well as placements of these students.
Great sir, great sir. So you have been connected with the education sector for quite some time now.
Yeah.
So, what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Actually, before joining these things, I was working in the companies, and I was used to give technical support as well as technical training, looking after a technical training part also. So actually, the reason why I'm associated with this education sector is like that. We know that this is the only sector where we can groom the students, okay, where we can just train them to guide them for their future. And ultimately what we are teaching here, because the students who are belonging to the education sector, no, they are only we are the only one we can mold their career, we can guide them in the proper way, and which will be helping our country, our nation, or even our college also to if they are doing some achievements. So very first career which they are doing means they are doing their first job with us, and it's a very important part, because in education what we are learning everything every day, new and new things we are learning. So it's very challenging for us also, because we are learning latest technologies, we are associated with these technologies. Even we are associated with the students of like who are thinking innovative. Now many students in our college also are doing entrepreneurship, they have their own business, their own startups. So we are learning everything new and new things, we are able to guide, mold the career of the students. So it's a very good and like that very I think the very prosperous job I can say for me. So that's why I'm like looking after this career.
That is great. That is great. You have been contributing to the youth of the nation and guiding them on how to tackle the real life problems of the corporate world. So being the training and placement head at Sigma Institute of Engineering and Sigma Group of colleges, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
Yeah, actually, they just for talking about leadership, even in the companies when we are placing the students, no, they always ask that how you can lead the team. Okay, and even in our college, what is the main thing is that we are not focusing, or we are not telling students, or we are not forcing them to make their career in particular field, but we are just, in what happened, many students are confused for making their career when they are coming in the first year of engineering or graduation. They have no idea where they have to make their career. They are always in a dilemma, because what happened when they are coming from the higher secondary, they just chosen that subject. Many of them have chosen the career because of the parents said or some friend circle say. So in our education sector, what we are doing, we are making them aware about the latest technologies, latest things which are happening in the world, and they're taking things to them that they should themselves decide where they have to make the career. So leadership is that not you are forcing, or not you are to challenge, or not you are driving or diving the whole crowd to one particular things, but you have to evaluate the things what your students are thinking, what their strength is there, and based on their strength we are just guiding them where they can make their career. Some of want to go for higher studies, okay, some want to do for entrepreneurship, but they are unaware about but their strengths. So we are just taking out their strengths, and based on that we are just making them do this their career like that.
That is true, sir. You have to help students hone their skill sets and understand what their strengths and weaknesses are, so that we can groom them to become better leaders.
Yeah.
So, how does the curriculum of Sigma Institute of Engineering ensure the best practice of the industry?
Yeah, actually, what we have being in the training and placement head, what I focus, because so far I have dealt with many of the companies, many of the industries. So what I found that because now the we say that there is a globalization, we are associated with the international market also. So most probably companies are looking for the students who have a good communication skills. And we found that many of our students are coming from like Gujarati background or from Hindi background, so they are not good at the communication skills. And but the companies, what companies are thinking that if you have a less technical skills, it's okay, but if you have good communication skills, they will hire you. So when the very first, like the very from the first semester itself, we are taking their communication classes, their English classes. For every semester, we have designed some curriculum. We are even taking them for industry visits every year. We are even trying them to take internship of 3 months to 6 months in the industries. So what actually the industries are going on, what is the working in the industry, we make them to feel live, to take the advantage of that. Even we are conducting the expert seminars from the industries, so that people from the industries, people from the this technology, latest technology comes into the college, they give their knowledge, they share their knowledge, as well as even what I say that they will be, we are taking some what we get competitions within the students, like in engineers day we have taken some quiz competitions. So we are just brainstorming their knowledges, their technical skills, their communication skills. So our ultimate goal is that they should be aware about the latest technologies, latest thing, and whenever they leave the college, they should not think like that I have not learned anything. They should have knowledge about the industry before entering and starting their career.
That is true, sir. A lot of colleges focus upon the technical skills, but they miss
Yeah.
out on the soft skills and
Even they just I myself is a cybersecurity. I'm from the technical background, so it's more challenging. I find it very interesting to deal with the students for that.
So because people do pass out with the technical skills, but they are unable to communicate what they have to offer. So soft skills is one of the major things that companies look for when they are hiring candidates. Even if he is not a good performer, maybe academically, they would
Definitely.
someone who is able to communicate well and process his thoughts properly, compared to a guy who is a topper but who doesn't know how to tell what he has to offer. So that is right, sir. We are keeping students updated with the current ongoings of the industry, and having them participate in different competition will give them a wider exposure, and also certainly help them upskill themselves. So, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the college and the students are?
So actually my main task is like that when I associate with the college, so main thing is that the college is looking after that. Should I have to place more and more students, so definitely they can showcase their for market also, even for the admission also. If I'm looking after for students, definitely any of the students who is in the college, they have more reliable on this, they rely on this training and placement, because they think that they are spending their money, they are spending their time, they spend taking knowledge, and ultimately they need something better for what they have gained. For that they need a good job. So our main responsibility is that the students should get a good job. Okay, job is not important, but it's a good job where they can learn, where they can showcase their talent. So it's like that if students have some all knowledge, if I'm saying their student is good in PHP and I'm giving them a job of Java, then it is not good, because they can not showcase their knowledge. Once they enter the job, they will learn their things, but ultimately they think that what I am working is best. So if he's not starting his career in which he is best, then definitely at the future moment he will lose his patience and all that, and he will not divert himself to a good career path. So the main responsibility for students and college both, that college we are looking after for their future enhancement and for students as they are starting their first career, first job. So it's a big responsibility for us.
And that is true, sir. We have to, help the students match their skill set with the requirements of the companies, and also, bring
Yeah.
companies which, could take advantage of their skill set and the strength of the students as well. So it is like a two-way street. So,
Yeah.
what do you think should be the placement cell's top priority over the next 10 years?
Yeah. So placement cell is always very important part for this college also, as well as for students also. And if I'm talking about not for 10 years, but for upcoming every year, we can say the main challenge is like that the company is very choosy. They need the candidates who is very talented, who has very good skills, good communication skills, good technical skills. But I don't blame to the syllabus or anything, but we found that there is very lack of technical and practical knowledge in students. So as we are in the placements, definitely we approach the company, and companies also needy. Companies also require a candidates who have a good knowledge. So when we approach to company, they gives a job description. They say that we need such kind of candidate, and when candidate gives interview, and if it's not performing well, definitely we have to be in shame that company is coming and we are not offering them a good candidate. So the technical part, the training and placement part is that we have to train the students though they are studying in the college, but as per the latest technologies, okay, as per the latest company demand, we have to train them accordingly, students, so that they are industry prepared. And if industry is getting good students from us, definitely they will be approaching next time also and every time. So upcoming years, if you are saying that training and placements is very important, because they have to train the students for latest technologies. They have to look the placement part also. If maximum placement is there, you have a good relation with the good bonding with the company, as well as good relation with your college also, because they are getting admissions based on you.
That is true, sir. I mean, the placement cell does play a very important role in the colleges, functioning. And it is actually when a student gets into a college, what he expects is that I should be gaining technical knowledge as well, and I should be able to, present that to a company as well. So he would be requiring opportunities to, work for the corporates as well. So that is the two priorities which a student normally has when he, takes admission to a college. So when you first came to Sigma Institute of Engineering, what was your vision for the college, and has it evolved over time? And how far along in the implementation of that plan are you in?
Yeah, actually, when I was in the Sigma, when just I joined, okay, I found that the placement still was there even, okay, but still there are many things were lag, because there was many communication gap between the students as well as the training and placement cells, okay. So the first task I was given, that I have to improve the training part, okay, and placements part will improve that gradually. But what I have taken my mission was that my vision was that I have to place 100% students who are interested for placement. Look, we have many students who are coming, but some want to do higher studies, some want to do business. But my main task, what I thought was that my vision was that the maximum students who are showing their interest for placement should be placed in the companies. So, but the challenging thing which I found that there was a very lack of communication skills, because students were not giving importance. They were not given importance to English lectures, communication lectures, and they were not even attending the same thing. So I just that was the biggest challenge for me. So I just personally went with the students, personally have communication with every branch, every college students. Okay, started their communication skills lecture, and based on that, when students started placed in the good companies, they created the example for the upcoming students. So the previously what happened, they were only like few. If the strength is 100%, the students are coming only 20% or 30%, but gradually it increases to 60 to 70% of students are coming now. They are approaching, they are coming with directly to me, and they are sharing their problems, their difficulties with me. Previously they don't know the placement cell also, they were not even coming to the placement cell to share their problem. Now they are directly calling me, direct contacting me, coming to my office. So it creates a freedom to them okay, to talk with me, to share their problem. So I think we've gradually increased much. Even in this lockdown only, I called from June to this December, I called 38 companies. Means I have scheduled interview in 38 companies. So it is like that companies are also very happy with us, our students, behavior and their performance. And so I think we have now gradually we are doing much great in training and placement, still in placement department.
That is great, sir. That is great. I mean, you have pinpointed the grassroots level issues of your
Definitely.
the students which of the issues the students are facing, and tackle them. So, what would you like people to know about your college? They might not be knowing. Something
Yeah.
special that people might
Actually,
not.
yeah, advantages. Yeah, there are many things that every college has something innovation with them, something new things which they have. Basically, we are just focusing on the brilliant students. No doubt, government is offering the scholarship, but even with from ourselves also, the students who performs well and who was we are awarding them at regular intervals. Even from this year, we are planning to open the cyber security cell, which is not now there in the whole Gujarat. It only I think in Changa there is a networking one of the college that is have that CCNA laboratory, but we have, because that I am in this industry even last 7 years I am working in cybersecurity. So we have opened this cybersecurity cell. Okay, it's the very first cell which we are discussing about the latest technologies of. We see that in the lockdown itself there are many cyber crimes happened in lockdown because all people are in online. So they were unaware about these threats, this problem, these attacks. So we trained our students from the first year about these things, about IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain, latest technology with the practical examples. And I myself have this practical experience. I have myself have a clients. So I am dealing with the practical knowledge from the first year. So students who is coming to the Sigma, they are now the technology guided. Okay, we are guiding them technology. We have our own SSIP cell in our Gujarat. Okay, like GTU have SSIP cell, we have our own incubation center where other colleges students come here and taking the advantage of the incubation center. We have our PMKVY Yojana, we have our NSDL cells, we have multiple cells that Sigma acquired. Okay, we have our 7 schools associated with Sigma, our own schools, where we guide from the students from schools, also from college level also. Our main task is that the cyber security cell, which why I was planning and I have planned for that, is the main vision for that. Main part is that the student should aware about the technologies, latest technologies, whether it is cyber security, whether it is the latest threats which is coming day by day.
That is true, sir, because now the world is going digital, and along with it, a lot of people's data is becoming insecure.
Yeah.
People are coming up with ways to exploit your data every day. So you have to have a force which keeps them against the wall and protects maintaining the data privacy which the company offers. And having that skill set is certainly something which will have a lot of potential in the future. So, what do you see as the college's greatest strength?
Yeah, for if we're looking after the strength of the college, like the very first, like in our lecturers we have, or professors or assistant professor we have, we always say them, we always just guide them that you should be always friendly with the students. Because what happened many times, the students, I already said the students are coming from this Gujarati background or anything, so they are feeling very shy at the first year and second year to discuss anything with the students. So because of that, because what they think that if I will ask anything in the class, then some English medium will think something like that. So that difference which is created in his mind, we always clear that we always ask our faculties to approach students yourself in the every time you just ask in the single. If any of the student is facing a problem, you have to sort it out. If student is facing, you can directly go to the staff room or anything, meet directly. You don't have any hesitation. You can even meet principal anytime. You can call. We have given the personal numbers of principals also, mines also, everything. So if they are facing anything, they are directly approaching. Okay, We even given the time that if they have to work extra after the college hours in our college in the laboratories, we give chance them for that also, so that they can just build their knowledge. Okay, so that is the strength that we always want to help. We are with the instrument also. If they want internship, they want training, we give them contacts of the companies also. So we help in them every things that students should need. So whenever student is doing something great, means suppose he have apart from knowledge, okay, apart from the technical skill, if he has some other skills, if he is good in sports also, we always help them for that also with our best things. So our main thing is, our main strength is that we have to mold the students in right direction, help them students like their friend, not like their teachers.
That is true, sir. Communication is key when it comes to solving students' problems, and approachability is supposed to be on priority when we are trying to run a college. And of course, students should feel comfortable approaching the professor, the HODs, and the principal for any matter which they feel that they would be requiring help with. And that certainly is the strength which a lot of colleges do not possess. So that is true. And what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and for Sigma Institute of Engineering?
Yeah, actually, the problem, if I'm talking about, it's common for any of the higher education or Sigma. It's common for everyone. Actually, the main problem, there are 2 to 3 main problems which I justify you. One is the main is the communication skills problem, that students are coming from, maximum are coming from the Gujarati medium or even from the English medium where they're coming. It's very difficult because they have a very low communication skills. And on the other hand, company wants the communication. If you know, Gujarat is now the IT hub. Okay, many companies are coming in Gujarat and they are just having their companies here. They are expanding their businesses here. And the first thing is that the communication students are not so good. We have to work hard very much with them because companies asking something else and our syllabus is offering something else. So we have to like compete with the company's demand. Another thing, the what is the mentality? It's not, because I have a discussion with many of the college TPOs in our TPO mate. The main biggest challenge is that the students thought, their parents thought, they are not giving the chance to the student to go out of Gujarat. Whenever they are getting job after, means out of city also, no, they are thinking 10 times that whether we have to go for a job or not. They want that if I am to if I want to work, I will work in Vadodara itself. But they are not exploring to go out of these cities, out of this state, to take knowledge benefits, to take the skills benefits, or even the salary also. But what they are very congested minded, we have to work in Vadodara nearby our house, we will go here like that. So that the main challenges we are even facing with the company, because what happened, we sent them for an interview, they got selected, okay, after selection at the time of joining they refuse. So it's break the relation between company also, and we are even on. We cannot even take any legal actions or any action on students because they are studying in our college. So ultimately, parents come, no, मुझे मेरे बच्चे को उधर नहीं भेजना है, like that. So we are taking them, undertaking forms, we are taking many things, we are taking checks, everything. Still, we are facing the same issue multiple times, that at the time of joining or after joining, they are even not want to sign the bond. They don't want to change the city. They don't want to change the state. And even the biggest challenge is the syllabus. No, we cannot fight with the GT or Gujarat Technical University. But let's see, we see in the foreign education, if I am to learn mechanical engineering, dedicatedly I am doing mechanical studies. If I am to learn electrical engineering, definitely dedicatedly I am doing. But in our syllabus, first year, everything is common. Okay, so we can't change that. But students are also that they are learning 10 subjects. They are learning Java, they are learning PHP, they are Python, but they are not aware about that in which thing I have to make a career. Means jack in all, master in none. That's the situation we are facing right now.
That is true, sir, because many people do have a basic idea of every field and all, but they would not be having mastery of maybe one specific skill set. That is the case a lot of, because there is a lack of guidance for students as well. So a lot of students wouldn't know which industry and which field should I be focusing upon, and maybe they are not guided on to that this is what is going to be the upcoming, skill set which is going to be looked after. So maybe like a data analyst kind of job, which are certainly going around a lot. So that too, of course, the college also has to play a part. And when you're talking about teaming of GTU with your college, so GTU, of course, is it takes its own time to certainly and all. So those are a few difficult things which when you are affiliated with the university are faced by colleges certainly. So what are your suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yeah, actually, what I suggest that I have seen many times students are running for marks. Okay, they are always saying that I should have a good CPI, good SGPA, CGPA, or good percentage. But nowadays, companies are not focusing on marks. If you see about the Kickstart test of Facebook, Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, they are hiring. They are not selecting you based on a percentage. They select you based on your knowledge. So students always wants the bookie knowledge. They are only associated or touched with their bookie knowledge. They are try to gain some good marks by reading that and everything, but they are not just improving their practical knowledge. I just want to give one suggestion to students. You have to make your skill. You have to develop your skill in one particular domain. Don't run in multiple things. Don't do to multiple things. Don't try in multiple things. That I have to learn this also, this also, this also. Just master yourself in only one thing. Okay, there are many opportunities because whatever the subjects included in the college, every subject has their own domain, their own businesses, their own career they have. So if they are doing masters or they are doing making them expert in any of the one subject or any of one technology, then definitely there is a great opportunity, and that they have to decide in the first year itself that on which technology I will make myself full-fledged and on which I have to work. Then only it will be working for them.
Yeah, that is true, sir. Because when a student gets into a college, he is very confused upon where to go and what to do. And many people just think that getting good grades and all would suffice. So this has been a student mentality since they have been schooling, because a lot of state boards encourage cramming and saying that, I want you to exactly put in the words with the textbook as onto your answer sheet. I don't want you to be, coming up with your own thing. That a lot of state boards also have, and that is the habit that the students normally develop. And they don't then, feel the need to learn on their own something of that sort. They feel that whatever the textbook has been, telling us is what we all need to know. That is all. So that is true that a student has to always try to upskill himself and if he has an interest in some particular field or segment, he should be focusing upon trying to improve himself more other than what the textbook or the college has to offer, and that is true. So what are some plans that you are currently designing for the placement cell at Sigma Institute of Engineering?
Yeah, actually, what we are planning is that the main things that what we have already have discussed, that we are taking this like communication skills lecture from the first year. It's apart from the syllabus. Okay, and what the main thing is that we have also started the technical skills development program. Like I already said, we have opened cyber security cell. Even dedicated like for mechanical engineering student, for electrical, we have tie up with multiple companies, multiple industries, where we are sending our students every year for 4 to 5 days. We are sending to these companies, okay, and to take the knowledge. Means they just have to go through that. They have to visit the plant, okay. They have to see the manufacturing processes, production processes, maintenance processes. So what happened, we are making them understand in the subject wise. Even we have laboratories, but laboratories also multiple things are dummies. Okay, we are making them understand how it's working, but they can get the actual idea when they visit such kind of industries. So we have type of many of the vendors like Krishna Maruti Suzuki and Sana. We have a good tie-up with them, where Baleno and Swift Desire is made. We have tie-up with another companies like Banco. We have, so we just make them send our students in pharmaceutical industries also, medical industries also, engineering industry also, based on their interest. If student is saying I have interest in production part, we are sending that companies look after multiple 2 or 3 companies production, how they are producing, how they are making this process smooth. So if they learn these things, so after when they are in 7th sem or 8th sem, when the company is coming for the recruitment, they are already aware about the things, how the production or how the manufacturing or how the these things are happening. So definitely they will be it will be helpful for them. So this is the line that we can tie up with multiple companies, will send them. Okay, we'll try our students to take part in different competition, hackathons and everything, but with full knowledge, not blindly just look apart. So that's the I plan that our students should be good in communication skills and good technical also.
That is great, sir, because having industry exposure certainly helps a lot. Even if it's just for a few days, couple of days, but experiencing what they would be facing in the future is something which will prepare them for, mentally prepare them that this is what we'll be seeing and this is what I'll have to do, and this is what something I have not been able to maybe see in the college, because and the college cannot, show every machine, or maybe it cannot show every technical process out there. So having that industry exposure and keeping them updated with what the industry is going ahead with certainly helps, and communicating with the industry personnel also gives them a guidance on how the real world works. So thank you, sir. That is what we wanted to get out of Sigma Institute of Engineering, and understand that what are their thoughts on education. And thank you very much, sir, for being a part of this interview. And thank you.
Thank you.